throw that kickstand down, pop a cold one, and sit back and relax. It's time for the John and Heather Show, featuring John and Heather Toto, Florida's favorite biker couple, documenting the biker lifestyle and bringing you the latest in events and interviews from the biker world. And now, here's John and Heather.
Bikers Info USA, the first bikers app by bikers, for bikers, and it's free. National and state events, Sturgis and Daytona, Bikers Info USA. Every motorcycle manufacturer dealer listed. Biker products for you and your bike. Bikers Info USA. Find the places to go, places to party, places to stay at every event. Bikers Info USA. Download it now. It's free. Bikers Info USA.
And I will tell you why. Hey, it's the
John and
Heather Show coming to you and you live from
our production studio, riding with this fine bunch back here. Born to ride, and go ahead, Helly. Tell them why. It's Tuesday.
Oh, I will tell you why, baby. It is because it's Taco Tuesday, babies. Go ahead and get yourself a margarita and get yourself a good old taco. That's right. Or hey, if you are 21 or older,
Beverage.
It's maybe an adult beverage.
An adult soda.
Like a root beer and some tatas for Tuesday. Anyways, guys, we're so happy to have you here in the studio with us. We have been blessed to revamp our studio.
Yeah, have you noticed? You should be hearing a whole lot better sound. You should be seeing a lot better video, hopefully.
I might look a little bit better, hopefully.
Oh, you're beautiful anyway, baby.
Thank you. And that comes from the courtesy of our dear friends.
My dear friends, Chris and Ninja. Pete Meir, he is a wonderful man. And what he does is he does a lot of this type of work for a living. He goes and does webinars. Now, webinars are one of those things where you go and you talk to people about parts and maintenance, and that's what he does. And then the other thing is that we figured out that we need HDMI. So we weren't running all of that. We weren't running the right stuff. So we're really trying to revamp everything. And Pete and Chris have really come through to help us out a lot to be able to, bring you better footage, better showcases, better video, like our introduction.
And we have been blessed now that they have helped us redo this. So let us know what you think. Let us know how you think this is going. Mm-hmm. And if you think it looks and sounds a little bit better for you. Hopefully it does. Otherwise than that, we'll let you know and see how it goes.
Hey, look who just popped on right there, Michael Grossman.
How you doing, Michael? Okay. So good to have you.
Let's see, you popped up there. Yeah. So, Michael, you think it looks better than our other show? I mean, we got better camera, we got better sound. Hopefully, you guys can hear us a whole lot better too. Now, with this show, we got a lot coming up. We're going to be talking to you
about John's track day. He had his first track day.
Yes,
we told you about it last week.
Yeah, that little thing slipped by on us.
We were going to show you.
Yeah, it slipped out a little bit. We're sorry about that. It slipped out. We're still getting used to the new buttons here. But anyway, I was able to go to the track. I took my Ducati 796 Monster with me, and that's my little track bike weighing at 398 pounds. It's light, it's nimble, it has a short wheelbase, and, it's 90 horsepower. So for the track, for going under 100 miles an hour, since Jennings Raceway, where I went, is only about 1.5 miles. So since it's 1.5 miles, you're really not going to get high speeds. I mean, on my bike, I think I got 105 in the straightaway before I went into turn one. And
you had flames coming out your ass, baby.
I'll tell you right now, it was so nice. I didn't have to look over the shoulder for cops. I didn't have to, worry about anything. As a matter of fact, there were 2 classes. See, I belong to the Ducati Racing Club, and the Ducati Racing Club 3 times a year gets Jennings Racetrack. I could definitely see a difference, and I'm curious about track day. Oh, yeah. So the track day, our friend Michael's on here saying that he used to do track days. He did his in 06 and 07. And he said he got a little fluffy, so he stopped. But I'll tell you right now,
and our
Laura
friend,
says we look and sound great too. Oh, thank you so
Laura.
much, Laura. You're
I
such a
love you,
sweetheart.
Laura.
Yeah, she's been with us
Hope
since
you're
the
feeling
get.
great, baby.
Yeah, she's actually been with us since the get, since we first started our show, you know, and it's just, we have a family, we have a viewing, and we love to be able to bring
And we love
the
you all.
footage. That's why the track footage, it's only brief. I only got a minute or so of track footage that I was able to get for you this time. I'm still trying to render all that 360 video. I think I'm going to have to spend the money, and that's the reason why it doesn't want to work well. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and render. Laura says she loves this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to render some more of that footage. And Chris says we sound great too. And I'm going to go ahead and try to bring that to you. But if you want, why don't you just go ahead and put some of the track footage up there?
Okay, just give me 1 second.
All right.
And I sure will.
Again, there's new buttons and everything going on here. So we're trying to figure stuff out on the go. But we're going to bring you the best content, the best quality that we could possibly get.
That's right. All right. So if you are ready, let's go ahead and show you John's first track day. Mind you, this is from GoPro footage.
Yeah.
So let's rip and roar and let's show you what we got to go.
What's that sound? Here she comes, full passion top down. Hot shoe, burning down the avenue. Model citizen, zero disobey. Don't you know she's nothing like you? You lose her in return. I get her.
All right, guys. So what did you think about that fast pace ripping and roaring on the track?
Yeah, I know. I mean, that looks Camp Easy. Oh, we got Marcus popping up on here about Camp Easy Ride.
How you doing, Marcus?
Yeah. And we know what's going on with Camp Easy Ride. Go right around the middle of the show. You're going to find out what's going on with the word of the day.
That's right. So don't you go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Anyways, back to the track footage, guys. What did you think about that?
So what do you think? I mean, I was down. I just about was able to drag a knee by the end of the day. That track footage is right towards the middle of the day when I started to get used to the track and the leans and whatnot. And it started off with two classes, an amateur class and, well, a beginner's class and an advanced class. So I started off with the beginner's class, and by midday I was lapping them. So I went ahead and I just started going out on my own every 20 minutes when they would call.
I noticed the difference just between the first click or the first ride and then your break.
Yeah.
And then the second time you went back out.
Oh, yeah.
I noticed a big difference.
Yeah, because the second time out, the third time out, fourth time out, I didn't use as much of my brake as I did. I used a lot more of engine speed and throttle to be able to go ahead and go into the turns. And then I started riding with PJ Sutton was there. He's one of the fastest guys in the United States. He races for Team Ducati. And 3 times a year, Ducati Racing Club gets the track, because normally on a track there's about 80 guys out there racing.
Yeah,
we only had 22.
Closed.
Yes, this was closed. Only 22 people get to do the track. We had to pay through the nose for it, but we got
Boy,
the track.
did we! But it was worth
Yeah,
it. And they brought out breakfast
and lunch,
and
a full
catered breakfast,
and mechanics.
And they brought out 2 mechanics and the truck.
Up in track bikes and everything else. I mean, it was incredible.
They helped you. They taped up all the lights.
Yeah, they taped. What they did is when I got there with my bike, I really didn't have it set up yet. So
you had it set up, but we didn't have everything.
Yeah,
done.
so I pulled the mirrors off for me, and I went ahead and used the black tape and taped it and X-Acto knifed it out so it looked nice on the bike. And when go flying off. And then I went out and raced with that because everything, even your brake lights and any mirrors,
can't have anything.
any
Anything that would
anything.
break or shatter on the
or
track.
glare.
Or glare, you can't have.
Yeah, so needless to say, we went ahead and he did all that for me. And the first couple of times out, I had to get used to the lines because PJ walked us through the track.
That was confusing as hell for me. Just walking the track was confusing as hell for Heather.
Not for me.
Okay,
I could see
so I don't know how the hell they
marks.
ride the damn thing.
You look for the wheel marks. You can see where the wheel marks are on the track where other people have been
How
riding.
am I looking for that and managing to look where am I going at the same damn time at 100 miles an hour?
You look for the meatballs.
Yeah, and then you want me to look at the meatball? I'm going to be hungry.
That's the red circle that's on the track. That's called a meatball. What you do is you go from dot to dot with your meatballs. You know,
I'm going to be freaking hungry.
And then when you have the 1, 2s, and 3s around, that's like your last time you need to brake. And after 1, if you're not braking, you're in the woods. So that was all set up. PJ set that up for us as a nice visual orientation. Walked the track, got that visual orientation.
I can just see Heather doing.
No, I can't see Heather doing it. No. I love you, baby, but no, not on 2 wheels.
I'm doing a rip roar because we're talking about meatballs and I'm already hungry. I can see me doing.
I made
you know how
meatballs for
they do
Easter.
those Evos and do the turn on the bike and flip it up and park it like that.
Oh, you talk about trick riders. I wasn't trick riding.
I
All I was
can see
trying to
me
do was
being
go
a
fast.
trick rider.
Just trying to be Ricky Bobby, man. That was
to
it.
get a meatball.
I just want to go fast.
Just to get a meatball.
I want to go fast. That's exactly the whole reason why I did it, and it was just great.
Oh gosh.
Yep, we were able to stay there from 8:30 to 4. We were
there for
And then halfway through, I wound up hooking up with Fabrizio, who is the president. Of the racing club.
Fabrizio!
And he showed me how to race, how to position my body, how to pivot my feet on the pegs, and all that stuff that you need to know when you're racing, when to brake, when not to brake. And it really helped me out a lot, especially towards the end. And I'll tell you another thing, wearing that suit, it really makes you feel pretty good too, because that suit is like armor. It's solid, it's skin tight. I mean, it's full of all that stuff.
That suit was amazing. Now, mind you, when we went to get that suit, it was like Heather reverse mode.
Oh, yeah.
Buying a wedding dress for John. It's like, think about that. Because it's like me going and spending 6 hours in a store while John tries on
like
20 different leather outfits that all weigh 60 pounds each.
I'm not sure what a hypo-motard is, but it's just a normal flat track that was 1.5 miles long. You know, just at banks. Well,
what's
no banks.
What's a hypo-motard? Tell us,
Michael. It was flat. It didn't have any banking turns or anything like that. It was 1.5 miles.
Teach us what this new word
turns.
is.
It was 14 turns at Jennings.
Hyper-motard. What's that? Don't know what that is. But
I've heard of it, though. No, I have heard of it. What would you say?
Ducati. Oh, a bike.
Oh. No, what the bikes that they were racing, the pro guys, they had a Ducati Panigale V4S dry clutch, all carbon fibered out with all the track pipes on the 230 some odd horsepower. Then they had a Street Fighter V4S all tracked out, and then they had a Panigale V4S just set up, and they were just out there. What did you say? Oh yeah, and they were just out there racing with those. Plus, PJ was just grabbing a bike and going. All those bikes there. The mechanic showed up with
when Ducati came,
and just started wheeling out bikes for these guys to ride. It was incredible.
Yeah, they brought like 6 different.
And then you got these guys that showroom. Then you got these guys that they were like with the wheel warmers, the tire warmers, and the stands and all this. And I'm looking at the professional guys, and not one of them's doing any of that.
And and we asked about it. I was curious because I didn't know why they were doing that.
Yeah, and then what do you call it? Fabrizio was saying, the track record's 1 minute and 18 seconds. It was done on cold tires. He goes, and if it's done on cold tires, why do you want your tires hot when a track record was done on cold tires? So I was like, okay. And that's the other thing. Your tires get all messed up. When you come off the track.
Boy, do they.
Hey, Terry, when you come off the track, your tires feel like they're slimy almost because the rubber on them is so effing hot that it feels like you do one of these slides. When you're pulling in, you're making like an angled turn. It was just a real super crazy sensation, and it was just
your tires will make it. Yeah, your tires got a lot of
They're
warm.
gooey. They're gooey looking now. but they're fine. But they might look gooey, but they're fine until they start to look like a triangle from doing the lean so much. That's when you need to change them out. And also, I was looking at the little tabs in there, and they're fine. And
yeah, but they told you used your tires, right?
Yeah,
they told you did a good job.
Yes, I used a whole tire. It's a 180 in the back, and I used the whole tire from side to side. So I was leaning. I just had to get my form and technique down to be able to throw a knee. And then putting the knee down with the suit on, there's like 3 inches, 4 inches of padding on the knee. So when you hit a rumble strip, you're not going to rip your
really
kneecap
want to
off.
put that knee down.
Yes, I do. I want scuffed up knees.
Why? Why do you want to put a knee down so badly?
It's just a cool sensation to be able to scrape the ground with your knee and hold the bike off of you, because you're basically a counterbalance for a gyroscope when you're in a turn. It's the weirdest thing. When you're in a turn, you're a counterbalance for a gyroscope. Like when those guys do the sidecar racing, you get that guy in the sidecar that's like whipping himself all around to act like a counterbalance for the bike. That's what you're doing when you do those leans. And then you're looking through what you got to do is you got to be on the balls of your feet. If let's say you're making a left-hand turn, you have to pivot your right foot, pivot your left a little bit to be able to get your knee out like that, like this. And then you don't look through the handlebars. You look into the direction of the turn, getting your shoulder down to the handlebar as far as you could go to get into that lean. When you're in the lean, you have to give throttle and a little bit of brake on the front end to control it. And that's the trick. You'll see a lot of these guys crash and nosedive and flip the bike. It's because they hit the front, they hit the brakes too hard when the bike was in a turn. No, the bike was in a turn. It was too high of an angle. They hit the brakes and it just flips the bike over. The tire locks up. And it's really, and those guys will go flying through the air and get up with those suits on. For $2,000, I'll tell you right now, perfect. For $2,000, those suits better save you. And then the other thing is our friend India Hayes from across the pond.
India, we love
Bikers
this India.
Hangout on Bikers Hangout.
And
go
you
ahead and look
guys
at that
got to check out Bikers Hangout.
Go ahead and again on Bikers Hangout, right? Go ahead and check that out. What she's going to try to get me is the airbag system. Now the airbag is cool. You take out your inner armor and you wear this vest.
It's a blow-up vest.
It is. The vest has inertial sensors in it, and that when you hit, boom, it blows up inside in between you and the suit, kind of up the neck, down to your armor bit, and down here, and it keeps that impact. It's an airbag internally inside your body. It's just.
I've watched
crazy.
some footage of people going down.
And supposedly the airbag system
and
is
it
the
really
best.
Helps.
God, yeah. It's just like that one guy took his freaking padding out and broke his back because he took his padding out. That's what Fabrizio was telling me.
Yeah. Don't mess with what when you buy.
You leave the armor
protective gearing.
Leave the protective gearing.
Leave the protective gearing in it. Don't mess with it.
It was designed like that for a reason.
Yeah.
It's like putting a long swing arm on the ass end of a Hayabusa, then trying to go on a track. It ain't going to work because now the bike is configured all weird now. It's just how it goes. Something else?
It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. But I love the fact that you're so into this on the track and you really want to do this.
It helps my street riding out. It really does.
I watch you now when
even
we're
on the
riding.
Harleys, even on the Harley.
I watch you because, like I said, you really want to put a knee down.
You'll see me use
I
my
watch
weight.
you and you're trying. You're like when we're riding now, I see you trying.
Yeah, but I gotta be careful that I can't put a knee down in regular jeans because I will rip my kneecap right off.
Yeah.
On the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to lean with my body and not so much my knee on the street, because unless you're wearing your suit, you really don't want to put a knee down.
I wouldn't,
because there's this much padding in between your knee and the puck.
Your kneecap off.
Exactly. There's this much padding on that damn thing, and that damn puck is another inch thick of solid rubber plastic.
Yeah, I held your weight suit. I helped you change into it. I know
you have to. It's a two-person job. It's practically a two-person job to get into the damn
trailer
thing. Even with the so I got a cool trailer for it. I got AC, heater, lights, refrigerator. I got everything.
It's still something to get him dressed. Let me tell you.
Well, it's a two-person job because the suit weighs so much. You got to stretch it up and over you. Then you have an inner suit on, which is kind of silky. So when you get sweaty inside there, you can get the suit off without sticking. Then there's a liner inside that always gets hung up every time you try to put your hands through. And then you're stuck in the suit for 8 hours. So you just got to use it. A lot of guys zip it down, unzip it.
Well, anyways, let's move on to another subject. And I think that would be word of the day. Word of the day.
Yep, we're going to start off now talking about Camp Easy Ride. Camp Easy Ride is one of the best glamping spots for a biker you could possibly do.
It's
you
the
show
only
up, you
spot.
party, you drop, you repeat, and you leave. I mean, you can't get any better than that. Now,
No,
Leesburg. Now, Leesburg is coming up, and Leesburg and Windy Acres is coming up, and Marcus from Camp Easy Ride is giving away a special
we
glamping
banded
special.
together with
Yep.
Marcus, and we are doing with Marcus and with Camp Easy Ride.
Yes, we are.
Marcus from Camp Easy Ride and with Windy Acres, and we are going to give away 3 days, 2 nights stay
At Camp Easy Ride and Windy Acres.
That's right, and they're going to also get tickets for 2 to the Leesburg Bike Fest,
which is $20 a piece value, right?
Yes, it is. So this brings your winning face value at $720.
Now,
Man, spin that wheel, baby.
That's right. And this is the largest giveaway to John Heather show is done. So what you need to do, today's word
of the day.
Camp Easy Ride pop-up rally. There's Michael popping up there. We met that gentleman on Camp Easy Ride. We met him at Jenny
Springs. And we are like family now.
Michael's great. So what it is that with
we
this
love Michael.
Yeah, with this special that we're doing right now, the $720 giveaway with Windy Acres and Camp Easy Ride, we do a word of the week, word of the day for each week, going into 5 words, 5 weeks. On the 6th week, we'll be announcing our winners. What you need to do is today's word is at.
At. At. Just like Heather's at the studio.
And if you want to know last week's word, well, you got to watch the show right around this middle of it to when we're talking about Camp Easy Ride pop-up rally. What you need to do is today's word is at. You need to go to JTOTO 37 at AOL.com. Again, that's JTOTO 37 at AOL.com and put in the word at in your name to register for this prize. Now, if you do all the words, it's a jumble, it's 5 words. If you do all the words and put them together and spell the sentence, that automatically puts you at the top of the list. Now, if nobody can get the sentence, but they get more words, we're going to go down. If there's any ties, there will be a drawing. And that's how we're going to do it.
That's how we're going to do it.
So again, it's a $720 giveaway, courtesy of Windy Acres and Camp Easy Ride and Marcus Sir for a 3-day, 2-night vacation at Camp Easy Ride Leesburg with the word of the day, which today is at.
And Windy Acres.
At.
And let me tell you guys. Sorry, go ahead, John. Sorry.
Yep, at, and again, it's JToto37 at AOL.com. Go ahead and register to win.
That's right. And let me tell you something. Windy Acres is amazing. Camp Easy Ride is amazing. Put these 2 things together. Glamping at Camp Easy Ride.
Yep.
Then you're there at Windy Acres. Oh my God, what are you going to do? You've got such phenomenal things to choose from. You've got the song pool. You've got body painting. You've got all the shenanigans.
Is it 21 and over to get in?
It's 21 and over.
21 and older to get in, so it's definitely adult oriented, but it's all in good biker fun. You need to be there, witness the event. Today's word is at. Go to JToto37 at AOL.com. Put in the word at in your name to register to win. All these words are a jumble. They'll make a sentence of 5 words. If anybody gets the sentence, they'll automatically push to the top. If nobody gets it and there's a tie, there will be a drawing. And that's kind of how the contest is going to go. And if you want to know the words from the previous 2 shows, you need to look at the show and you need to find what it is.
That's right, guys. And we're going to go over a few little things right now before we go over anything else. We're going to talk to you about our upcoming events that we have coming up.
Okay.
We've got, of course, the Thursday night bike nights coming up.
Up in Thursday night bike night coming up at the Monkey Bar. It's in Homosassa Springs.
And those are on hold. Yes, those are on hold for this month, and they'll be starting again in May.
Okay, so this month they're on hold, but it was the 3rd Thursday?
They start again in May.
Okay, they'll start again in May.
And you just have to look on.
Yep, we have to look on our site. Bike night Thursday night at the Monkey Bar. It's in Homosassa Springs, and you will love it because Born to Ride is sponsoring.
And then we've got the unbelievable
Pinwheel Run coming up April 13th, and we're going to have GuardDog and Ninja on the show that's going to be explaining all about the Pinwheel Run, how it helps children, how it spreads awareness, and how this brings, again, awareness to anybody, because if you don't know, you can't respond. Again, it's the 7th annual Pinwheel Run.
And how you one person can put it in and maybe help stop this epidemic. So that's something we definitely want to talk about. And then, of course, we were talking about what we have coming up with Camp Easy Ride.
Yep, camping for a cause.
That's right. And we've got us doing the Leesburg Bike Fest with Camp Easy Ride and Windy Acres. So we're excited about all of these things coming up. We got a lot more things coming up, but we want to talk to you about Pinwheel Ride.
Yep, because those are our guests that will be coming on to the show. We have plenty of videos from our last run that we did.
And we've got lots to talk about and plenty to see.
Want to play a little bit of video, or you want to bring them on?
Let's bring them on first. Let's
Okay.
bring on Pete and Ninja.
Okay.
GuardDog and Ninja.
Okay, let's
from
bring them on.
bikerscare.
All right, I see they're already over down there in the green room, and it's 9:26. Might as well go ahead and bring them on.
Yes, they are.
All right,
Give us a thumbs up if
GuardDog
you
and
guys are
Ninja, you
ready.
okay? Give us a thumbs up if you're ready. All right,
Oh,
let's
I got
bring them on.
4. Yeah, they're
Okay,
ready.
take the banner up first. There
All right.
There we go. Let's bring them on. Okay.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
How are you guys doing?
Yeah, oh, we shrunk the screen.
Yeah.
You're going to have to get cozy. There you go.
You gotta go back to that other template. There
There
you
you
That's
go.
go.
How's that one? There you go.
That's
That's
good.
more like it.
That's good.
How you
Now
guys
you get
doing?
used to it.
Now we can see all of John's pretty face.
All that
I just
lovely
love
hair
it.
takes
Oh,
up half
man.
the room.
Yes, it is. And this is our new camera. So what do you think, Pete?
Hey,
Looks great.
the show really sounds and looks really good. Really
Much
good.
better.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy. And thank you for that intro. You were just so wonderful to make that intro for us. That really
Yeah.
makes a big difference for the show.
Yeah, you've
I
done a
mean,
great
for all
job
you've done
hooking
for us,
everything
you know,
up.
we don't
Thank
mind
you, thank
helping
you,
out
thank
again,
you.
so.
All right. So, Pete, tell us about the 7th annual Pinwheel Run coming up on April 13th, how you started it, why you started it, and just tell us about it.
Well, let's see. We started at Bikers Care back in 2017, April 2017. Actually, this is our 7th birthday as well.
Happy birthday.
And one of the things we wanted to do was to raise awareness and to do what we could to assist agencies that are on the front lines, you know, for helping these kids. So the Pinwheel Run is a multi-purpose event for us. First, April is National Child Abuse Awareness Month. Wear blue to show that you're celebrating that and wear that need. And then the Child Advocacy Centers in Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus counties will be our beneficiaries this year. We've been working with them again since the beginning. And again, these are agencies on our front line. You did some interviews with them last year that were fantastic to help get the word out. These are the people that help these kids at the point of when they're first found to be victims. You know, the authorities will bring them there for their forensic interviews and checkups, and then they work with them in therapy afterward, and the family if need be. And it's all at no cost. They don't charge a dime for what they do, so they're totally dependent on donations and grant money and things like that to function. So
And
this
there's
is one
never
way to
enough
do
of that.
That's right.
And the thing that we just, in fact, one of our members, shout out to Spot there, for wanting to send us some information. She saw some recent statistics that really drove the point home of why this is so important. We actually shared it, as part of the event on Facebook.
Oh, Pete.
In Citrus County, there were nearly 3,000 victims a year or so ago. Hernando County was also about 3,000 victims, children. And then Pasco County came in at 8,000.
That's
So
insane.
you do the math. That's almost 15,000
That's
children just in
insane.
3 counties, 700,000 plus across the United States. So what we're saying now is, why should you support the Pinwheel Run? That's
why.
I got some statistics just from you guys that if you want, I can show them. They're one of your videos, and when I was going through it, I just found it to be astonishing. I was going to show it. Let me go ahead and show it. It's just it's pretty amazing. Hold on one second and let me get it up. Although that did not come out right. 1 minute. You like what we did, all the
I know that video. Wow. Did her homework.
Yes, she did. Love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Wow. So how many people are there?
Wow. Those are some really astonishing facts and really good
Yeah.
things to know on what to do.
Let's have Pete and Ninja talk about it.
Yeah, definitely. Tell us, elaborate on how you made
No,
this.
no, you gotta bring them on. There we go.
Here we go.
Okay.
And hold on 1 second.
Somebody does something about it. Once they do something about it, we try to empower these kids to continue to say something and get rid of that fear of the abuser. Because once they get older, they can't continue to be fearful of everyone. They just need to be educated.
Yeah.
And the parents need to be educated about frequent boyfriends. I know somebody right now, a friend of our son, she's got 4 kids, 4 different dads, working on a 5th person with her 4 kids. I mean, who knows? You know, I mean, nobody knows. She doesn't know these men. You know, she doesn't know what they're doing to her kids, if anything. You know, it's just convenient for her to have somebody around to watch her 4 kids. You know, when she wants to go out and party or do whatever she wants to do. And that to me is very concerning for these 4 kids.
Yeah.
Very concerning.
I mean, I understand. I don't understand. No, that's the wrong choice of words. I don't understand. I know what it's like to be a single mother.
Yeah.
I only had 2 children, and I know what it's like. But you know what? You put that on the back burner. You put your own needs, your own wants, your own desires on the back burner because you chose to be a mother, and that should be your first and foremost duty. That should be not even a duty. That should be what you want and enjoy doing.
Some
what
women
you
are
love
nurturing.
to do.
Some women just aren't.
And unfortunately, a lot of these women are out here having more kids to have more benefits per se, you know, to raise these kids. But you have no idea what you're doing to these kids because you're having them basically for income. You know, I mean, you're a single mom. You have no business having 4 kids being a single mother.
Yeah, and that's just one.
That's just one incident. There's so many more.
There's so many contributing factors. You know, just for example, right there in your home community in Citrus County, the number of children born into addiction is staggering.
It is staggering.
And you know, they're already starting off with a handicap. A lot of these single moms, you know, their children having children. We've seen that. They start very, very young. And in the beginning, it sounds all well and good. But then after a while, the reality of taking care of a child comes into play. And like she said, it's easy for and I get it, you know, for a young mother on her own, meet some guy that, you know, says, oh, you know, let's hook up. I'll take care of you. Moves in. But then he can't stand the baby crying.
Yeah.
And we just had a case recently in Tampa where a young man was, you know, convicted of beating, being put to death. And this happens more often than not. Unfortunately, that's that 1,500 children a year that die. Most of them are under the age of 4. That's a big part of that. Neglect is another huge part of it. The sexual abuse case, that's where the CECs come in primarily. And and it's important and it's horrific and it needs to be addressed. But it's like being
So
on the
much more.
Titanic. That's what you see above the water. That's the tip of the iceberg, like we said. There's so many more children who fall into the physical and emotional and neglect cases. And what we'd like to say too is that abuse is too kind a word.
It really
You know,
is.
these are kids.
Yeah.
These are kids. You know, if you sexually abuse a kid, that's rape. If you physically beat a child, that's assault. And if not, in some cases, that's murder. You know, and that's what these.
killing that
Definitely.
child.
Yes, you are.
Whether or not you legally or actually do kill that child, I think you are killing that child because you're taking that child's childness away.
Yeah.
You're taking their childhood away.
Well, and that was another statistic I want to share that you showed. You know, when these parents, these kids having kids, if they start treating that baby as a handicap, as an unwanted addition, and they're not giving it the love and affection and tenderness that it needs to grow, it's proven that if they don't get that, by the time they're 3 years old, there's permanent damage. The wires didn't get connected. It's permanent. You can't be undone. So this is why all of this is so important to us. This is why we try to make a lot of noise about it. And the biggest thing, like Ninja said, my wife said, you know, when we meet people, they have to understand that more often than not is someone who's supposed to be caring and loving for this child that is either causing the harm or allowing the harm to continue. So if that primary person is not going to do their job, who is? You know, that falls on us as a society. You know, like we said, every adult in Florida is a mandatory reporter. I don't know if anybody who's ever been charged for that, but it is on the books. It is a criminal offense to not report.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I know how you guys work. I know what you do, but for everybody that's watching, tell us how you go about what you do and how do you gain a poor child that's been abused? How do you gain their trust when they have no trust?
In the few cases that we've had individual children that people have come to us and asked for our help with, I have one magic word: Ninja. When you see this woman at work introducing herself to any of these children, no matter what their age, no matter what their sex, no matter what their orientation, it doesn't matter. She has an instant ability to connect, and once they know their one-on-one has been developed, the trust just begins to grow.
Because I've been there.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say she can tell you why. There. You know,
so I can relate.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you've been through?
Well, when I was about 10, my mother brought a man in through my older sister, and he started grooming. My mother had 5 girls and 2 boys, and he started grooming the girls. And when I turned about 10, it was my turn. And I was sexually abused by him for 5 years.
Wow.
And she allowed it. She knew it was going on. And it wasn't just that. There was alcohol, there was verbal abuse, there was drug abuse, there was physical abuse. It was all there. And funny thing is, she used to send me to church just to get rid of us. She would send us there just to get rid of us because she needed a break. Because, of course, she had 5 girls and 2 boys. So through going to church when I was a kid, I used to beg for it to stop. And it never stopped. And
I'm so sorry.
I wish I was there to give you a hug right now.
Yeah, I am so
Please
sorry.
give her a hug for me.
You know,
but through me getting older, through the abuse and the abortion that I had to have when I was 14, as I got older, and I was kicked out when I was 16. And when I was 16, I was on my own. I didn't know what else to do. So I ended up moving in with him. And she pretty much gave me to him anyway. which was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. But it made me stronger. It did. And through everything that I went through when I was 16, through the MCs and the drug abuse there and the alcohol and stuff, I got to this point where I said, I've fucking had enough.
Yeah.
I've just had enough. And that's when I started saying no. When somebody told me they wanted me to do something I didn't want to do, I would literally fight with somebody if they told me that I had to do something and I told them no. I would literally fist fight with them because I was to the point where I've had enough, you know. And when our oldest son was, when I got pregnant with my oldest, I said, I'm done with all this lifestyle, being around all this. I don't want to raise my kids around that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah. You want to break the cycle.
God help the person ever touches one of my boys.
Oh, yeah.
Lord help them.
Or our grandkids.
Or our grandkids. We have 3 granddaughters and a grandson.
Wow.
God help if anybody ever hurts one of those.
And it would have been so easy for her to go like down the path that so many did.
My sister
in the
did.
Drug abuse or alcohol abuse or any number of other things that she didn't. Some of her sisters not so fortunate.
And through the abuse, one of my sisters is bipolar. She's got severe depression. One of them is prostitution, drug abuse. The other one is into heavy drug abuse. I really don't I'm not really in contact with a lot of them because they've taken advantage of us. But one of my sisters, I guess, has recently, I guess, gone back to church and has been saved, and that's fine for her. It works for her. Doesn't mean that I don't believe in a God. It doesn't. I'm a Christian, but I'm not a very good one. But I can relate to these kids because I've been there. I've been in their shoes. No matter what's happened to them, I've been there. And I can relate to them. And when I first started talking to them, like this recent one, she was in a cloud. Like you couldn't get her out of this cloud. She wouldn't come out of her room.
Cloud.
She wouldn't talk to anybody. She wasn't doing well in school. Kids were making fun of her in school for who she is, what she is, for just her whole demeanor. And I told her when I met her, I said, it's who you are. Nobody can do anything about who you are. I don't give a crap who likes me and doesn't like me. I really don't care. I've gotten to that point. I just don't care. You don't like me, that's fine. Don't hang around with me because I'm just who I am. I'm very outspoken, as a lot of people know. Who, me?
Not at all.
I don't take any crap off anybody. And it was through talking to her just about normal things. I don't even talk to her about the abuse. I told her, well, I've been there. I've been where you are. I've been in that cloud. We just need to get you out of there. And through a year of working with her, it took probably about 3 months to get through to her and to finally get her to come out of that cloud, because she was in a very dark place. And I know where she was because I've been there. I've totally been there. Now she's going to school. She's finishing school. She's trying to go to firefighting school. She's working on her license. She's so much. She's working. Her mom is just totally amazed at the different turnaround that she's become. And I told her, stay in therapy. That's the biggest thing. Stay in therapy, because this takes a long time to get through. And I'm there for her 24/7.
Yeah.
She can text, call me anytime, 24/7. I don't care.
And that's why she got the name Firefly, because when we told her,
we did name her Firefly.
You have a light inside, you just haven't learned how to turn it on yet.
That's right.
So she's learned how to turn it on now.
I think she's
and I got to say this. I know that she probably won't necessarily agree with me, but I believe, that the pain and suffering she went through prepared her to do what she does now for so many other kids, and the improvement and impact that she's had on so many lives. Would have been, I hate it happened. They should never have happened, but it did happen. And she's turned that negative into a positive. And used it to shine that light for others.
Yeah, because I can't change the past, but I can damn sure change the future.
That's right.
And you can try to make sure that what happens.
I never call any of these kids, adults, victims. They are survivors.
That's right.
I am not a victim. I'm a survivor.
And you fight like hell to be a survivor. You
That's
fought
right.
like hell for it.
It's made me who I am today.
Yeah,
It really
definitely.
has. The fight has definitely made me who I am today.
Damn, you guys are pulling some deep stuff out of us tonight. Damn.
Yeah, I know.
It's
So
all
why don't we
right.
go on a lighter note and talk about this now? The pinwheel run,
Yes.
Pete. Tell
Yeah,
them
yeah,
where it's gonna
absolutely,
be and
man. It's
everything
like-
else.
Yeah, the pinwheel run has been held every second Saturday in April now for last 7 years. 6 of them in Citrus County. Much love to the Citrus County Sheriff's Office and Sergeant Laura Hanstead and her people in the traffic department for leading the ride and providing us with a safe routes through some beautiful backcountry roads. Of course, Crystal Harley, a lot of props to them for being a tremendous supporter for us.
Yeah.
Right now, we're one of the biggest escorted rides in the county, and we're really hoping that this year we nail that first place position
I hope so.
hard. And that's why we're hoping that everybody who watches, everybody who listens, goes to the website, goes to the Facebook event page, and signs up for the run. If you sign up online, you'll get priority for a limited edition event pin. So that kind of puts you at the front of the line. We do have only a limited number of them, so when they're gone, they're gone. But we're looking to put some serious numbers on the streets this year, and we think we can do it, especially with help with people like you. And got to say a little something there for Born and Ride for putting it in the magazine. We appreciate that. And then of course, like I said, Crystal has been tremendous. They're actually really going off to the top there. We've got a great band that's going to be there. Joe Santana and his Kingfish.
He's awesome.
I mean, he's I don't want to say like to relate that to it, but some of us old timers remember his cousin Carlos. If you like Santana, then you're going to love this guy. He plays at all the major bike events around the country, and he
was actually a bike week.
Yeah, his band he was across the street from you guys.
Yes, he was.
Wow.
Was it not Cackleberry, but across the street?
Across the street from
Cabbage Patch.
Cackleberry. He was playing over there.
Yeah,
all
he was
weekend.
playing over there. So
Not to mention, you guys have some killer
Prizes.
prizes.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that.
Oh yeah,
Chris,
my
tell 'em about the
mystery box
prizes.
is up. I think my mystery
was
box
gonna
is up
ask
to
you.
about a $300 value now.
How
Yeah.
do you find prizes? And how, I mean,
Your prizes
between
are incredible.
working with children and doing what you do, doing your own life. And I know that you work all year round
Oh, yeah.
trying to nail these prizes down and donation.
the agency partners are always a big plus. They all provide at least one silent raffle item for us. They do a great job of putting together some great packages. Of course, Crystal Harley is just one of the many things they do for us. They put together a great package every year. And then we've got Ninja's infamous mystery package. That seems to be one of the favorites every year. People don't know what's in it, but they sure would have been on it to see
I
what
just
it is.
love it.
So,
always great.
and it's never a disappointment, that's for sure.
And then we have the gift card lottery, which San Antonio, our bank, San Antonio Federal Credit Union, actually donates to that. So it takes. I spend some time. I'd say probably not enough time collecting gift cards for that, but we do have the agencies that also collect gift cards for that. And I think right now I'm at about 15 for myself.
Just what we're bringing.
Wow.
And for those who don't know, a gift card lottery is real simple. You give us $20, you reach into the bag, you grab a gift card. We guarantee it's at least worth $20. So you get your money back. And it could be, who knows, could be more.
Last year got $50 off $20.
Wow.
I know. I loved it. I had fun just playing.
Oh, yeah. We always enter the prize. And as the
Yeah, it's always
50-50,
pretty popular.
Yeah,
gift
and like,
card raffle,
I
silent
got it.
raffle.
It's something new this year. We'll actually have some vendors on site. It was a last minute thing.
Just a few.
And I know for sure one that we talked to was there at another event at Crystal recently. That's got a shout out to Snazzy Suds Bikini Wash. She's going to be doing like full on details. I think she gets like $35-$50 to do a complete. And she's one. I mean, if you get your bike detailed, it's going to be detailed. And she's going to be donating a portion of that back, to us for each one she does. So guys, bring some dirty bikes and
bring your
let
money.
these ladies and bring your money and let these ladies wash them up for you.
Yeah, they're
There's be a lot there going on.
Well.
So
Tip them well. They are beautiful to look at, and they do a fantastic
Yeah,
job.
Angela
on the
really
bike.
does clean a bike well. Not only is she good
She
to look
does,
at, but
yeah.
she also cleans the bike well.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
it's
Very good. That's very good detail.
get your money's worth.
Definitely. Well, we're looking forward to it. I'm ready. I got my bike all ready to go.
Yep.
I
got
am
the Can-Am.
definitely excited.
That's
Now,
cool.
also,
How do people get in touch with
there
you
you
if
go.
they want
or to donate money.
or to donate money?
You can go to www.bikers-care.org. You got that. And there's a place to donate there on the website. You can also have a drop down for the pinwheel run so that you can register online. Of course, the easiest place is to just put in Bikers Care on Facebook, and you go to our events there. Put in the 7th annual pinwheel run in the little Facebook search bar. Take you right to it, and you can click on the link there to register.
I have a QR code on our flyer.
Yeah.
You can go to the QR code. It goes straight to our PayPal Giving Fund.
Yeah.
All
Which
right.
is, I mean, they gives you a little, they send you a little letter for your tax time, so you can write off your taxes if you need the extra tax break. So now's the time to do it.
Exactly. And we
one-
know
oh,
this.
and
Oh,
one-
sorry.
I'm sorry. And 100% of the proceeds goes towards charity. You don't get
Every
any money
penny.
for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every
This
penny.
is a totally non-profit. There ain't no profit, brother. It's like whatever time it comes in goes right back out again, and it'll be divided equally among the CACs that we're supporting this year.
That's awesome. We love that. And we know also another important fact is this does not happen one day a year. This happens all the time,
All
year
365 days,
Yes.
24/7. So please make your donations. Don't just keep them to one time a year. Make them frequently
What's the
throughout the year.
Exactly. And what's
We
the
also
recommendation?
donate to Kid Central for Pasco County. That takes care of the a lot of the foster kids and
Especially
the
kinship caregivers.
kinship caregivers that actually are raising kids of their kids and grandkids, which is really sad because I've met a man, he was 72 years old. He is now him and his wife are raising their 3-year-old granddaughter
Oh my
at that
goodness.
age.
How they keeping up
So
with their kids?
And the state doesn't give them
they don't
squat.
get anything. So we raise money for them as well. We've raised money for some of the kids that age out of foster care. So we raise money for a number of things. The domestic shelters we raise money for. So it's like you said, it's 24/7, 7 days a week. It never stops.
Yeah.
We're always donating money to something for kids. It's all about the kids.
And we've got some exciting programs planned for launch in 2024 that we can't wait to have another sit down with you guys and share that with your audience and let them know what's going to be new and exciting.
Well, we're definitely on board for that.
Yes, we are. Now, any final things that you want to say, Pete? Anything you want to say?
Come out April 13th. Bring your wallet. Bring your money. Donate. It's all going to a good cause. Like I said, 100% of it goes directly to helping children who really need it. They need that support to help them through some very, very, very dark times. The other thing I want to mention to you guys, like I said, the CACs typically, sexual abuse is typically, what they're involved with. And statistically, you think of that and what pops in your head is, some 14, 16-year-old girl is a victim. No. These are 8, 9-year-old children.
Sometimes
and they're boys as well as girls.
Yeah.
So just put that into your head and let that digest for a while. And then one more thing, I'll shut up. It's always hard for me to shut up and start talking about this stuff. But I saw a quote recently from like Ben Franklin, and I'll try to get it right.
Okay.
He said, "Nothing's going to change until the people who aren't affected are as angry as the people who are
affected."
So that's the
right.
thing. Most of the public is not directly affected. Well, I want you to feel you are, because these kids are part of our community. They're part of our future, and we need to do everything we can to protect them.
Get mad and do something.
It doesn't take one of us having to say that's our kid or, oh my gosh, that
You
happened
see something,
to me.
say something.
Yeah.
Exactly. See something, say something for sure.
Yeah.
100%. You could be
That's right.
wrong or you couldn't be wrong. I'd rather not be right than be right.
Exactly.
You know, I'd rather have somebody pissed off at me because I called 911 on them because something wasn't quite right with their kids than find out later on there was something going on with their kids and I didn't say anything.
I'm with you.
Definitely with you. All right, Pete. Well, it's been wonderful having you on the show. Ninja, it's been wonderful having you on the show. I can't wait to see you on the 13th. Again, registration is registration's at 10 o'clock. It's at the Sheriff's County parking lot, right? The Sheriff's County.
Right there in downtown Inverness.
In downtown Inverness, the Sheriff's County parking lot. The Sheriff's
Yeah.
I can't think of it. Sheriff's Department parking lot. There we go.
Yeah.
Escorted ride. Sarge will be there. Been doing it forever. Nice roads. We're gonna just miss you if you're not there. You need to come down.
Come bring your money.
Bring your money. Well,
Bring
all
your
right,
money and your
guys.
motorcycle.
Thank you very much for being on the show, and we love both.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
guys for having us.
We'll see you on the 13th.
You bet.
All right. Much love to you.
Much love.
Have a good night.
Okay,
You
bye-bye.
too.
All right, guys. There you go. You heard it first, all about it. We'll see you on the 13th. And don't forget, the word of the day is at. And you need to go ahead and send that word into us at jtoto37
At AOL.com.
Once again, the word of the day
At.
and send it to us at jtoto37 at
AOL.com. And I hope to see you there April 13th at the Pinwheel Run. Kickstands up at 11 o'clock. Registration's at 10 o'clock. And remember, keep it shiny side up
and rubber side down, baby.
Deuces.
Deuces.